Hi, my name is Devi. I'm an artist, and for the past few months, I've been a full-time one. If you came here because of my Instagram, then you may remember that I posted a call for questions in regard to me quitting my job to do my art business full-time. If I'm being honest, that wasn't the full truth. And I think one of the questions really dragged that fact into light. How did you find the courage to follow your dreams? I graduated in 2023 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts, concentrating in illustration and animation. Although I've always done art, there were many times where I doubted whether or not a creative career was actually a good idea or not. That's why after I graduated, I decided to go cold turkey and worked at a preschool instead. For the first few months, I was all in. I aimed to be a better teacher, and I aimed to be a good communicator between the kids and their families. It was only after I became more comfortable with this new environment that I began to create art again. And that's when I realized that I was missing a huge part of me that entire time. Because of my job, I had enough money to apply for the proper permit to begin selling my work. I made my own big cartel site. I even applied for open markets. This pivot back towards my art exhausted me on the best days and brewed resentment during the worst. Most days, I ended up planning and listing how, why, and when I could leave the job. To stay at my job meant financial stability, as well as gave me a real accountable schedule, but it also meant that I would continue to be stressed. As a type 1 diabetic, maintaining my physical health is already a daily challenge, but the stress of my job made it even harder. So when I said I quit my job to do my art business full time, what I really meant was I quit my job. My art business is my plan B. I'm so grateful to be in such a privileged situation. I know not a lot of people have the support to quit their job because they're physically at risk, never mind just unhappy. But what gave me the courage to leave was simply that I just knew that there was more to my life. And it was scary, and it hurt. But I couldn't see myself change until I actually committed to doing so. I also want to clarify that my art business is not my dream. Sure, I've always wanted to run one, but it's not my end-all be-all. Rather, I would consider connecting to others a dream of mine, and me creating an art business fulfills part of that. If one day Dino B Studios does fall, or even never really takes off in the first place, I would be extremely sad, maybe even angry. But the fear of a failed venture will never stop me from wanting to connect to others. So if you're like me, that it's scary to not achieve or live up to expectations and numbers, then forget about that. Focus on why you want them to happen in the first place. Then, trust the process of working towards that.